Hey, what's going on? Waiting to be accepted in here, I think.
What's up, man?
What's happening? It is a quagmire here. It's been literally downpouring all day. We're now like shelter in place order for Nassau County.
So it's really that bad?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. But at least Ashley's living up in Nashville. She went to Nashville for the weekend with her sister, and Matt was on his way to Vegas with a bunch of his friends, and he's still stuck in the airport.
Oh man.
So we will see.
Oh man.
They're going to the debut, that Sphere thing that's opening up. They're going to U2 tomorrow night, allegedly.
Yeah. That's cool.
We'll see. We got to get there first.
Well, yeah, it would be cool. Let's just say hypothetically. I'm probably not going to be here all that long. I'm not playing it all today. I actually had a thing to get to at 4, so I wanted to.
Who do you like though?
So I like the Yankees, Cubs, and Braves. I understand the Braves are going to have some ownership. I don't think it's going to be crazy. I think the Yankees will have some, but I don't think it's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be heavy on Minnesota. And I'm going to fade that game, and I would play that Atlanta, New York, Chicago situation. And for pitching, I like the Pavetta C's that we talked about. And then then Rodon would be my next guy. Actually, I think Rodon is totally just as, if you don't want to play C's, you want to play Rodon and Pavetta, I think that's totally good as well. But then I have Williamson, Walden, and Chuck as my next two.
Yeah, so I have a couple of takes for everybody. So I really don't have much Atlanta. My top owns are going to be Yankees, but also Kansas City from that game. I'm gonna go after Mr. Rodon somewhat.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one, just for MME, I am going to have some of the Oakland.
Okay.
Just something to do. Like you were saying, still something's off like a month. We don't know what the hell's going on, and just something off the board to do. So I like them. And as far as the pitchers go, Cease, Pavetta. I'm playing Cease in my big buy-in on FanDuel, just so you guys know. I'm playing a 4-4 with Yankees and Kansas City. It's like almost impossible for you guys not to figure out what the lineup is. But that's not true. FanDuel, you can always mix and match stuff. But I have Cease with Yankees and White Sox over there. You know what I also have some of on DraftKings? Just not much, but just in case. Got a couple of Jordan Lyles lineups. Just to tell my grandchildren I played Jordan Lyles. So a little bit of that, but majority is going to be the Pavetta and the Cease. And I don't have too much. I want to see if I even have any Rodon in the non KCs. I do have some Rodon, but really not much. And the John Means I have probably pretty much with the field, so about 20% of Means. But I think that I agree with what we said at the beginning, that you still have to go for upside, and I think Cease and Pavetta are the characters with the most upside from that crew. Yeah. So I still don't have a lineup for the Dodgers. Not to mention I don't have a lineup for the A's, but aside from that, so I'm going to have to be on top of it. But you know what? I'm going to be around because it's just me and the dog. Like
you got nothing you can do
all weekend. It's just me and the dog anyway.
Shelter in place is for real. Is no joke.
Yeah. Well, even if I wasn't going to go anywhere. Oh, and I told you, my World Series, my retirement. My out of retirement World Series of Poker Online party got canceled for tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, it's a bummer.
So we'll have to try. I'll have to try again. But I deposited $1,500 on that freaking site, and I'm gonna play it. I don't know what I'm gonna play. I'm playing that. They have tournaments for the next right through the 2 weeks from now. So I'll find one day to go to Jersey. I will.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm more focused, ready to. The best decision, it was really weird when I decided not to play today because I've got some things, and it actually was like a huge weight off. Like I just felt like a relief, even though I still think that there's I like these stacks and everything. I just didn't want to get heavily. I just ready to move on from the regular season baseball chapter. I think I have a better edge anyway in the playoffs, and I think that I'm excited about NBA in a couple weeks and then NFL still going and everything. So
have you taken a look at the football again?
Oh yeah.
You want to share a couple of where you're at? Anything different? Or?
I'm pretty. So I'm very just going to be just massive overweight on that the Buffalo game.
Okay.
They let me down last year. The same game, similar type of situation. I don't care. I'm going for the highest upside, and I just think that the highest upside is going to be in that game. And the weirdest thing I can't quite figure. Well, it's not that it's not going to get owned. It's just not owned nearly as much as I would have thought. I mean, how is Tua going to really be the 17th highest owned quarterback? And are we really that crazy to just assume that Buffalo's defense is that elite when nobody looks like they can slow down this team? I just don't understand it. I feel like it's a miss. It is hard because they're expensive, so that's going to keep the ownership a little bit lower. But if you want to talk about a game with that game could end up 41-38. Like that is just a game I want all the pieces of. I'll even go so far as to play some Hardy. I'll play both tight ends from Buffalo. I'll play the cheapies from the Dolphins. I want the running backs. I want everybody in that game. So that's really going to be a very heavy focus for me. I also really like using pieces of that game and using some Chicago, Denver. I think what's going to be that I think it's the trendy game that people are going to start picking up on. And then the Vegas and the Chargers, although I'm only interested in the Chargers passing side of it outside of Devontae Adams. Well, I guess I'm interested in the Raiders passing side of it. I'm not playing the Raiders quarterback at all. But those are the main ones for me. Raiders quarterback meaning Garoppolo. I don't know what the official ruling on his concussion was. But
yeah, I mean they tried to he's going through protocols and he hopes to play, but we'll see.
If he does play, I actually would include him in my pool because I think that there is you could play him cheap with either Adams or Myers or both and get a nice game stack of that game. So I'm going to be heavily on Miami, Buffalo, and the Vegas and the Chargers. With no Eckler in there now, I'm going to do the thing that we've all hated ourselves for doing, which is play probably some Joshua Kelly. And my bold take of the week, which I shared with Rhodey last night, and it's that Javonte Williams will be on the winning lineup this week, and he's the running back for Denver. So I think they're going to be able to run the ball on the Bears. I think both those teams are going to be able to move the ball on each other. So that's what I'm focusing on.
So I have a couple of comments on what you just said. First of all, I don't think Javonte Williams is going to be particularly off the board.
Well, it's still bold to say that he's going to be in the winning lineup.
That's true.
Actually, what I said was I said 3 players from the Buffalo Miami game and him would be in the winning lineup. So that's 4 out of.
Here are a couple of comments I have. First of all, I thought that we might get the and it was. I'm glad that we didn't. I don't think we're going to get the Jameis Winston. I think that Carr is going to play for the Saints. And I was really considering when I thought it was going to be Winston to play that, and I was like really nervous about all the Taysom Hill stuff and whatever. So I'm glad that I don't think I'm going to have to make that decision. The other thing is that I imagine that the real chalky receiver is going to be the Charger guy, right? It's going to be the
well, there's no the guy. That's the question. Is everybody's assuming it's Quentin Johnston?
No, I thought the other one. I thought it was
Well, Johnston is clearly the one who the.
Oh, really? Okay.
At least the Sabretooth projections seem to like
What's
him.
the name? I can't even think of his name. Whatever the
Josh Palmer?
Yes, Palmer. I thought that would be the real chalky one.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Johnston is out projecting him, and neither are projected to be owned. Palmer is projected to be owned right now. They've got him at 10% for Goldie, 5% on Quentin Johnston, but that's very, very low.
There's another potential outskied. What's his name? Sat out of practice today. The Miles Sanders.
Yeah,
and he could be legit. He could be legit questionable and bring Chuba Hubbard into the conversation. Not to mention the other dude. Oh man, I guess that was it.
Kyrie Williams.
Yeah, I guess not. So yeah, I'm going to rerun stuff. I was running a little more today. I was getting a little more of the Buffalo today than I was earlier. But I'm still getting all kinds of stupid crap. Like I'm getting back to Pittsburgh, and I'm definitely going to be on the Eagles in that Washington game. I will say this, by the way. I mean, I got just kind of a play just to kind of throw out there that I haven't heard mentioned this week, just because like whatever. But AJ Brown in a really really big game. I mean, Devontae Smith, if he ends up like somehow just like being ignored again, he was on track. I mean, you were I think with the first person to say this that to surpass like AJ Brown in the tree, whatever. And it so happens that AJ Brown happened to have had the big game on national television, and I think Devontae Smith. I mean, I think he's a good play this week. But yeah, I'm gonna run some new projections now and see what all that looks like. But I agree with the Denver Chicago. I don't know exactly how to play it. Are you doing anything with the? I even thought of the Baltimore. Cleveland's so tough though defensively. That I thought
it's tricky.
I thought. You know who's like the ultra hipster freaking stack to play now is the Rams.
Yeah, I know. I thought about it a little bit. I actually think that there's some merit to it in the dome, but it's not like exciting for me.
Yeah, I mean, they have two cheap guys, and that those two in Higbee. But like the Rams always, for my money, always want to freaking run the ball. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Not anymore.
Yes.
I mean, even it really depends on game script. Yeah, they're going to try, but like, I really think that I mean, there's great pieces in that game. I don't think it's not going to be off the board. You're going to get high ownership on the Nakua is going to be probably one of the highest owned players this week. I think Atwell will get some ownership. I like the idea of playing because Richardson is expected to play. I like the idea of playing Richardson either just with Pittman or something with maybe even just Richardson. Like I just like the idea of Richardson. Then maybe you would get the run backs and then you stack up the other games that I mentioned the rest of the way, or at least for me, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, we'll talk about a little this on obviously on at 11 o'clock on Saturday. I'm just looking at this. As far as the defenses go, I just did a new thing with the defenses and whoa, what is this? No, the Browns are not going to be 20% owned. That can't be.
Let's see what. Yeah, the projections are still a little screwy because they're still incorporating the Monday night. I don't know.
Yeah, what is that? It's so stupid.
It's really irritating. I think the Browns actually will be pretty popular because the 28.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find the cheap. I like the Panthers the best against Minnesota. I'm always willing to gamble against Minnesota defensive wise. I mean, Minnesota has the most turnovers in the NFL this season. We know what happens. That there's one quarterback more than any quarterback in the NFL that gets when he gets pressured, he turns the ball over, and that's Cousins. But the crazy part is that they're on pace to break the record for fumbles by like 1 million fumbles. Like they've already had, I think they have 4 more fumbles this year than they had last year through 3 weeks, which is kind of crazy. 11 fumbles or something crazy like that. And it's everybody. It's receivers, running backs, quarterback, everybody. Well, I'm probably going to head out in a few if there's nothing else baseball-wise.
Yeah, no, I'm good too.
Okay.
And watch for lineup changes in those late games. I'm actually around tonight, so maybe I'll even pop in and check in with Discord a little more than I normally would have. I mean,
nice.
But yeah, I'm kind of pumped for this weekend, and yeah, I will see you. Worst case, I will see you Sunday.
Yeah, unless I have to congratulate you for winning everything tonight, the last baseball night of the regular, the last weekday night of the regular season.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember, weekend 2-game slates, paying $4,000 for first is my specialty.
Your specialty, I know it really is. All right. Well, good luck, everybody. Take it easy, Sheets. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you the latest on